What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining myself and Dustin for this being our review for 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, question mark. This is season 9, and this is the first part of the tell-all. A
Mm.
couple of things I want y'all to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing. So go ahead and mash it for a brother. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Be sure to leave this video a thumbs up. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. And also be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the various couples that we're discussing on tonight's show. Dustin, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm here. I can keep you that we're here, and we're gonna move forward as best we can.
Absolutely. That's all we can do. First comment out the gate was Dustin. Dustin giving a hand wave to everyone. Thank you so much for that, Dustin. And then we
You're
got
welcome.
Lady Virgo in the building. Hey, Lady Virgo.
Hey, Lady Virgo.
Lady Virgo says, good evening to everyone. Good evening to you, Lady Virgo. Thank you so much
Good
for
evening,
joining
everybody.
us. And so, for this tell-all, as they've done in other tell-alls in the past, I think they've only done this one other time that I've seen.
This is
A
the second time of this.
Oh, okay, it's the second time.
Mm.
So they have all the couples that are participating in the tell-all staying in a house, a big mansion. And before I didn't necessarily care for it because Angela was in the mix and I did not want to see Angela in any way, shape, or form. However, with this group of couples, I felt a lot better about it. And I also felt like we're going to enjoy it a little bit more. So I'm
I
so
did as well.
happy.
Hmm.
Right, exactly. So I'm so happy that that all the couples are staying in the house. Auntie Robin is in the building. Auntie Robin says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Auntie
Good evening,
Robin."
Andy Rowan. I hope you're feeling better, and I hope I'm praying for you as well, as much as I can. So, I'm praying for you.
Absolutely.
Hope you're feeling better.
Absolutely, Auntie Robin. Same from me, Auntie Robin. You know I'm always paying for you, my love. Thank you so much for being here, Auntie Robin, in the comments. And so Yada and Jovi are the first to arrive. Jovi is pushed into the pool by Yada. And then we have, I believe, Stacy and Georgie. Not Stacy and Georgie, Darcy and Georgie
Darcy
show
and
up.
Georgie. Hmm.
And all this season I have really been against Darcy, but when I see Darcy in the house with everyone, I'm able to actually be okay with her. When
Mm.
she's, not with her sister, being bigged up by her sister, being gaslit by her sister, whatever the case might be, and she's amongst people that she's not exactly close to. And she's not, trying to drum up any drama. I can actually stomach Darcy. Auntie Robin says down in the comments, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't stand to get through the opening of the tell all. Yeah, you know what? Initially, Auntie Robin, because I knew that they would show a lot of what happened in the house during the first part of the tell all. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it either, but some stuff went down. Some stuff went down before we actually got into the tell all. And I'll talk about
Mhm.
a couple of those things as we move forward really quickly. But Auntie Robin has another comment here. Let me look and see what else Auntie Robin says. Auntie Robin also says, thanks for the prayers. I appreciate them and love you for them. I love you for them too. We love you too, Auntie Robin. Love you to bits, my love. And so, first of all, I want to talk about the fact that Andre
Mhm.
and Jovi got into it at the bar. Andre was upset at Jovi for blocking him on social media. And, Jovi was like, well, you was talking mad shit about me and my
Mhm.
wife and, trying to say that we are starting stuff and all this good stuff. It's like, what do you expect me to do? And like,
Mhm.
as far as I'm concerned, they were never really friends to begin with. And so I believe it was Jovi that threw a drink at Andre, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it
Um,
was.
and and then they sort of
Mhm.
kind of went back and forth and caused all the other couples to come in and see what was going on there. Dustin, were you surprised by that exchange between Jovi and Andre? And do you think either one of them is in the wrong for what they did?
I don't think. Well, I think they can learn from their lesson. I don't think I wasn't really surprised, Jonathan. I don't really know if they're. I don't think they're either in the wrong, but I think they're just saying how they feel. But that's just my opinion, and everybody's entitled to have their own opinions. We don't have to. We don't have to agree to disagree, whatever you're gonna say. But I think that. Everybody has a right to a way they feel with certain people, and they're going to continue to move forward about that. Mm.
Absolutely. Auntie Robin says down in the comments, I think that age has jaded me. I have a hard time suspend suspending reality for faux reality. Yeah. Did you mean separating? I think you might have been separating, Auntie Robin,
Separating.
but
Yeah.
I definitely do understand what you mean. And as far as my opinions on reality TV, in my opinion, there's no such thing as reality TV because
Mm.
everything is orchestrated in a certain way, everything is produced in a certain way. Yes, the
Especially these days.
producers. Right. Of course, sometimes the producers will step in and say, oh, you need to give me a little bit more of this, or you need to do a little bit more of that. And so they will egg the participants on to do something that they may feel like the participants aren't doing enough of.
Mm.
But, it is what it is. But
Mm.
that's the reason why people love reality TV because it's always going to bring
The
the
drama.
drama,
Hmm.
right? Auntie Robin says, Dustin, why does it look like you're like you're spinning? It's the fan. Yeah, it is the fan that's right above
Yes, it's my
Dustin's head.
fan. I'm so about that. Yeah.
It's okay. It's totally fine. But yeah, reality TV is always orchestrated in a certain way in order to get the results that the producers want to get. To me, there's nothing natural about reality TV because as long as there's a camera in your face, there's no telling whether you're giving the audience the real you or not. So
Yeah.
that's my opinion on that. But anyways, also when Jasmine comes in, it seems like she's got some allies amongst the group. However, what is, let me get her name right, Miss Cara. Cara is Guillermo's ex. Now I guess they're separated. But
Mm.
Cara seems not to seems to have an end for Jasmine. Seems like she feels as though Jasmine was having a relationship with Matt before they went to the last resort, and felt like Jasmine came to the last resort with this idea for an open marriage so that she can include Matt into their thing or whatever the case might be. So
Right.
there's that. But when Gino comes in, when Jasmine saw Guillermo, she thought it was going to be Gino, but it actually ended up being Guillermo. But when Jasmine gets there, she's getting along well with everyone. It feels like Julia is the person that Jasmine is closest to. So I do like their friendship that they do have
Mm.
while they're there.
Mm. Mhm.
And when Gino gets there, of course, he says hello to everyone but Jasmine. One of the girls says, "Hey, is there anyone else that you want to say hi to?" Trying to egg him on to say something to Jasmine. And then Gino goes to the inside and starts talking to some of the guys. And some of the guys, I can't remember exactly who it was, but some of the
Mm.
guys encourage him to go out and talk to Jasmine. Gino says that he has some proof that Jasmine was in a relation or having an emotional attachment to Matt before they went to the last resort. And he says that he's going to air that during the tell-all, and he definitely does air that
Right.
to the tell-all. We'll get to that a little bit later. And so he comes back out to the
Mm.
poolside, and he says that Jasmine is a fraud, that Jasmine took him for everything he's got. Not necessarily saying those words in particular, but he's trying to put Jasmine down. Matt has to stay the next day when they actually start filming the tell-all. Try to catch up with me as I'm talking, okay? Um, and so Gino goes off on Jasmine as soon as he gets back to the pool, and he's trying to push this narrative that Jasmine is a fraud. And Jasmine, of course, blows up, and she's talking back and yada yada yada, and it's real hectic out there. And so it seems like Gino didn't want to say anything until he was encouraged to say something, which tells me that Gino really doesn't like drama. I mean, I could definitely tell that, in the first couple of seasons of 90 Day Fiance that I saw him on, he just doesn't want any trouble. But when he's egged on by others to actually put his foot down, he has no issue with doing that. And so, Dustin, what were your thoughts on Gino and Jasmine's back and forth by the poolside when Gino was trying to say that she, kind of frauded him and, she came to America and, never loved him?
Well, honestly, I don't know how to feel anymore, Jonathan. I'm kind of numb to it, to be honest, because I see it all the time between these couples. So I don't know what the I just want everybody to be happy no matter what. So either so Jasmine and Matt can be happy, and Gino and whatever Gino decides to do. But how about you do this, Gino? How about you leave Jasmine alone and leave Matt alone so you can move forward? I'm tired of seeing you guys on this show, and I don't want to see you on here again.
Exactly, exactly. Lady Virgo says, "Good evening to everyone in the comment section." Yeah, but I mean, I feel like the only reason why they are even interacting is because they are on the exact same show. I don't believe that if the cameras were in front of them, that they would be interacting in any way, shape, or form. I feel as though if they weren't on the show, they would have had divorce proceedings in progress as we speak. But of course, because they're on a TV show, they have to drag this thing right on out. So
But
you know it
how long are they going to drag it out for? It's been several
as
seasons of this,
as,
and I'm getting pretty we're getting pretty my nerves are getting pretty thin with this couple on here.
as long as the reality TV uppers will allow them to do so. As long as reality TV wants them on 90 Day Fiance, we are going to see Gino and Jasmine on 90 Day Fiance. And so,
Mm.
of course, some people may not want that. Of course, to be honest, after this season, I'd never want to see Jasmine again. Although I'm 100% sure that we will see Jasmine on a future season of 90 Day Fiance. I don't know
Hmm.
exactly what iteration of 90 Day Fiance that might be, but I'm sure this is not the last
I'd
that
rather
we're
see
seeing of
Rob back.
Jasmine, right?
I'd rather see Rob back on reality TV.
I heard that, Dustin. I heard that loud and clear. I would love to see Rob back as well. That beautiful man, honey. Anyways, so Sean Robinson is back when we get to the tell all. Dustin,
Not
are you happy to
again.
see Sean Robinson back? Because, to
Nope.
me
No.
personally, I really don't care.
No. I don't want to see her back.
Oh, no.
No. I
Oh,
don't.
no.
Mm. I don't. I don't
I,
want. Mm, mm,
I
mm,
do feel like the host that we had for the Hunt for Love tell all when Sean Robinson wasn't there. I will say though that I think she did a little bit of a better job. To be honest, she was doing the pretty much the same thing that Sean Robinson was doing, just giving
mm,
out the questions and allowing the participants to say whatever it is that they wanted to say, not really having much control over the
no. But
environment
I
in
think she.
general.
But I think Suki had more control over it, and that's just my opinion.
That
I
that's
think.
what that's what it
Mm,
seemed like. It did seem like the other hosts did have a little bit more control. But Sean's come back. I'm assuming that Sean just wasn't able. Maybe she wasn't contractually obligated to be at the Hunt for Love Tell All. But anyway,
sure.
Sean Robinson is back. She says hello to everyone. We have another couple here that we did not talk about on this season because they were on the earlier episodes, as far as Cara and Guillermo. And so we'll get to their story later because they didn't talk during this first part of the tell all. And I have a feeling, Dustin, that this is going to be a three-part tell-all
It's going to be a
because
four.
four-part tell-all.
Yeah.
Wow. So there you go. Because whenever they have all the couples staying in the house, that just tells me that they're going to drag this tell-all out even further. So, but to be honest, I don't know if I'm upset about that because I feel like this is going to be a really juicy tell-all. And
Mm-hmm.
I really, to be honest, from the outset, it doesn't seem like anyone has anything against Darcy, but I really want these females, these other women on the show, to tell Darcy how she has been treating Georgie this entire season. That's what I really want. I want the other girls to tell Darcy that she's got to do better by her man. And it may be one thing if she treats him right off camera, but when you are literally embarrassing your significant other on national TV, to me that is never going to be a good look, at least in my opinion. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, we start out with Gino, Jasmine, and Matt. And so the first clip that they show is Jasmine breaking the news to Gino that she is pregnant. And when we get Jasmine's reaction to this, she is already crying. And my mother and I have had a conversation about women who are able to cry at the drop of a hat. And I think Jasmine is one of those women. one of those women who can cry on cue, one of those women who can cry even if something is not wrong. But I feel like Jasmine has the ability to just cry on the spot. And I feel like that's what that was. And Gino called her out on it. He said, I'm not believing these crocodile tears, because Jasmine actually said that she didn't blame Gino for feeling the way he felt after telling him that she was pregnant. And I don't
Uh,
know if she genuinely feels that she doesn't blame Gino, because in the next breath, she'll be cursing Gino out, telling him that he's the worst man in the world. And then
mm,
she actually, when they bring out Natalie a little bit later in the segment, Natalie is the woman that Gino brought on a date. And when Jasmine was in her presence, Jasmine was talking, calling her a whore, saying that she was a prostitute. And this sounds like a jealous woman to me, Jasmine. If you're
yeah.
already with Matt and you've already ended things with Gino, then why is it that you feel the need to attack this other significant other of Gino that he has brought into his life? Like, I did not like that whatsoever. And we didn't cover that on our reviews, Dustin.
Mm,
So what did you
mm.
think of that exchange between Jasmine and Natalie? What did you think of that? And what do you think
I
brought
think it
that
was
on?
very. I think it was very uncalled for. Jasmine, she needs to have a rude awakening. She needs to have a wake up call. She's doing a show, and she's doing a tell all, and everybody that's going to be there is going to be there, no matter if you like them or not. So how about you do this, Jasmine? How about you listen to what they have to say before you explode on somebody?
And then Jasmine felt the need to get up and leave the set.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get why, especially when they are 99% of the time going to come right back to set. Like, I understand why some people may feel the need to walk off, but you are
Mm-hmm.
contractually obligated to do these tell-alls. So why don't you
Mm-hmm.
not just sit there, take whatever
Well, let
heat
me
is coming your way? Go ahead, Dustin.
let me tell you something, Jonathan.
Yeah.
If they don't show up to the tell all, they don't get paid for the season. Mm-hmm.
Right. And I feel
So,
as though if they walk
mm-hmm.
off the set and they stay off the set, then they shouldn't get their check either that way. Um, but Jasmine walked off. Sean Robinson, nicely asked her to come back. And then Sean is, asking, production to get Jasmine some water. And I'm just rolling my eyes during this
Mm-hmm.
entire time.
Well, like I
And
say,
then
I was rolling my eyes at Son Robertson because I don't think she's the best host. Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some others may feel that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so then we have a couple of Gino's family members come to set. We have Dina, Michelle. I'm sorry. Let me go to my other. So we have Dana, Michelle, and Anthony. So Anthony is sort of kind of on Gino's side, whereas Dana and Michelle are not necessarily on his side. And we have another comment, and we have a comment from Tyrone,
But
Unveil Vibrations.
mm-hmm.
Let me get to Tyrone's comment. He says, hello and happy Monday, everyone. Thanks for watching. And please remember to like and share the video with a friend. Thank you so much for that, Tyrone. Thank you so much for
Hi,
being
Tyrone. Hope you're
here.
doing. Hope you're doing well, Tyrone. Long
Hope
time no
you're
see.
doing hope you're doing well. And so Dana comes out and says that Gino, when I think he said the day after Jasmine got there, Gino did not want to continue with their relationship. Even before they got married, he said that Gino told him that he did not want to be in this relationship. And then Jasmine responds by saying, oh, well, that's why I didn't get any affection. And that's why he wasn't showing much love towards me. So Dustin, do you believe Dana when he says that Gino said that he did not want to be in this
Yes, I do.
relationship 2 days after
Yes,
Jasmine got there?
yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I got that feeling. I got that feeling from a long time ago. As, and that's all I needed to hear from him. I seen
right. And then
I seen it coming.
Tyrone gives some hearts and some other emojis. Thank you so much for that, Tyrone. Love you, boy. And then Anthony, who's sitting on the other side of the stage, he's trying to call Jasmine out. And then Gino proceeds to pull up some text messages between Jasmine and Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And Jasmine was saying, well, I had to get Matt to, take me to the gym sometimes because sometimes Gino didn't want to take her to the gym. So,
Mm-hmm.
to me, the text messages that Gino brings up, it really does not prove anything, at least in my opinion. And then Sean Robinson was trying to say, well, how do you know that that's Matt's real number? And then Gino said that, he went on Google and as far as I know, you can't look at just any random person's
Hmm.
number up on Google. Like I did not know that that was possible because
Oh,
if
it's
that were the
possible
case,
now. It's possible now. Hmm.
I guess it is according to Gino, but
Hmm.
I'm not going to waste my time and try to do it here on live. But
No,
I don't
no, I'm not gonna do it either.
I don't think that you can just look up any random person's number on Google and pull up
Nope.
their actual phone number. I don't believe that to be true, Gino. But
Mm-mm.
anyways, Gino's trying his best. Gino's trying to play this reality TV show game. At least in my opinion, he's really not that good at it because for me, his personality doesn't match that of someone who would be on reality TV. But anyways, that's just my opinion on it. But Jasmine really didn't deny that she was in talks or in relationship with Matt prior to her bringing to Gino the idea of them having an open marriage. So, do I think
Mhm,
that Jasmine had been interested in Matt prior to the last resort? Yes, I
mhm,
absolutely do. Now, do I think they had sex or had any type of relationship, relationship type thing before the last resort?
mhm,
I'm not sure about that. I
mhm.
really can't say whether I believe that Jasmine didn't have sex with Matt until after the last resort. I do feel like there is a possibility that Jasmine and Matt did have sex before the last resort. I do
I
feel
do
like that
too.
could be true. So,
Mhm,
yeah, but Dana gets up into Gino's face and says, "You don't want to hear the truth, and you don't want to hear the truth." And he also said that Gino never introduced Jasmine to his two sisters and his best friend, which I do believe that, and Gino didn't deny that either. And so it does seem like even though they're on national television, it does seem like Gino was trying to hide Jasmine from his family, which I can understand why Gino would want to do that because Jasmine is not your average woman. Jasmine
mhm,
seems to be a little bit of, not a little bit, a lot of it of a drama queen. And I would not
mhm.
want to bring Jasmine around my family either if I was in a
And
relationship. First of all,
she's also a control. She loves to be in control of everything. Hmm.
that is
That
very
that
true because,
that is my opinion.
yeah,
She's very controlling. In my book, she wants to have all the control, and if she don't have all the control, then she's not too happy. Hmm.
yeah, right before Jasmine got up to leave the set, she actually told Matt, "Matt, we're leaving. Matt, we're leaving." And Matt just sat right down there. Matt did not move whatsoever, which I'm so glad that Jasmine does not have that power over Matt. I'm so glad that Matt has his own mind and he can think for himself. And Jasmine isn't running over him. He doesn't allow her to run over him, which I'm happy about that. I'm really happy about that. And so then we move on. We leave Jasmine, Gino, and Matt, and then we move on and we talk to Andre and Elizabeth, as well as Alexi and Lauren. And they show the clip of someone telling George Andre that he's been that is rumored that he's not a good person, and then we have the clip of Andre saying that Alexi is body shame Lauren, and that Alexi is comparing Lauren to other women and things of
Hmm.
that nature. And the thing about that is they don't necessarily deny that happened. Of course, Lauren is going to say, well, he never body shamed me, but she didn't deny him comparing her to other women. And she didn't deny him, talking down on her about her body. And do I believe that Alexi might have done that? I absolutely do believe that Alexi might have said those types of things towards Lauren. That's the kind of vibe that I get from him. And the
Hmm.
one season before this Happily Ever After season that we saw him on, Dustin, I
Yeah.
did kind of get that vibe as well. That he
So
didn't.
so did I. Hmm.
Right, exactly. And that's not to say that you wouldn't want your significant other to talk bad about you, especially if you have body image issues, which I think Lauren definitely does have issues with the way that she looks, which is why she had all those surgeries, had the mommy makeover, and I
Hmm.
think some surgeries after that as well. You wouldn't expect for your significant other to compare you to other people. Like for me, that's a bad thing. But
Hmm.
this is what Lauren signed up for. She signed up to be with a man who's going to say those things to her. But
Hmm.
it is what it is. But this whole back and forth between Andre and Elizabeth, as well as Alexi and Lauren. Dustin, what did you think about their whole back and forth? And do you think one couple is more wrong than the other? Because to me, I feel like
I
they're
think
on the same playing field.
I think I think they're all on the same playing field, Jonathan.
Hmm.
But I do want to say this. I hope TLC does not do this again. I hope that they don't have three people on one season because this is downright. I think it's unfair of TLC to do this. I think it's no, I don't like it. I don't like it when you have three people in the same. No, not on the same show at the same time because it makes you have different kind of feelings for different people. And
Yeah,
I don't like the way that was done. But
I
no.
do understand why you say that, Dustin. I completely understand why you say that. However, I believe the reason why possibly the producers wanted to put these three couples together, not only do they all live in the same city,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like this gives the maximum the maximum opportunity for drama. And
Yeah.
that's definitely what they got out of these three couples. To be honest, I
Yeah.
feel like these three couples had the most drama out of any other couples on the show. Maybe, second place I'd give to Darcy and Georgie.
Mm-hmm.
But Jasmine and Matt and Gino had a lot of drama as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel as though this gave the higher ups of this particular reality show. I'm trying to be gentle with my language here, but um, yeah, I think this gave them the best opportunity for the maximum drama possible. And for me, I enjoyed watching it, even though I feel as though none of these three couples are actually friendly. I think there's a possibility that Yara and Jovi might be friendly with Alexi and Lauren the most. But for
Mm-hmm.
me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think Andre and Elizabeth are friends with any of these couples whatsoever.
I
I
don't
feel
think
like,
so either.
right, I feel like they're
And
both.
that's why I said what I said because why would you put somebody that's kind of feels kind of uncomfortable, in my opinion, Jonathan, around
Yeah.
these people? I don't want to be around somebody that I feel uncomfortable with anyway. So then that's just me. That's okay if everybody feels differently, but I don't want to be forcefully put with somebody that I feel uncomfortably with.
Right. And I just feel like Elizabeth and Andre are king and queen drama king and queen. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, I feel like they've brought the majority of the drama to the group, and they're stirring it around. Now, I do not think that Lauren and Alexi will. I will say I think Alexi is innocent in this because I really haven't seen Alexi going back and forth with anyone amongst this group
Neither
unless they
have
did
I.
it in the first couple of episodes of the season. But Lauren is definitely guilty of stirring some drama up as well.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I think, listen here, when I saw Jovi and Andre arguing at the beginning of this episode, like for me, it seemed like it was a precursor to some gay stuff. To be honest, not to say that I think that they're gay whatsoever, but I'm like, why don't y'all just kiss and make up? You know what I'm saying? Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I like to see that. But anyways,
Yeah,
that's just me.
I like to see
But
that too.
okay, Dustin. Because
To be
to
honest,
me, I feel as though they are both very attractive men. I think
yes.
Jovi's a little bit more, aesthetically attractive than Andre is. But why don't you just go ahead and kiss and make up? Just get it over with. But anyways, I feel as though out of the three couples, I feel as though Jovi and Yara are the most innocent because I feel as though the drama has been brought to them, whereas though they haven't really been. Even though Yara is the one that said that Lauren said that Andre is a bad person.
Uh,
I still don't think that they're that culpable, nearly as culpable as Andre and Elizabeth.
I don't either.
But that's where the first part of the tell-all ended. We didn't
Mm.
get much as far as the actual tell-all itself is concerned from this
Sure.
first part, which I'm sure is the reason why there are four parts to this particular tell-all, which I honestly have no issues with whatsoever, because I
Uh,
think that this is going to be a juicy one, and I think I'm really going to enjoy this tell-all more than any of the others that I've seen in the past. So we'll
uh,
see what happens on the next on part two of the tell-all. So before we
yeah.
get out of here, Dustin, why don't you share with the good folks, our good viewers, your social media contacts real quick?
My social media contacts are Dustin Butler. My Facebook is Dustin Butler. My Instagram is Dustin Butler 700. And I would like to would like to say something, Jonathan, if I could.
Go ahead.
After the 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After ends, we're going to move on to a 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days. There's a new season coming out, and it premieres in a couple weeks. So we're going to move on to that show after the Happily Ever After finale. So we're gonna have a new show at the beginning. So Jonathan, get prepared for that. There's gonna be a lot of tea on that season as well. Mm.
Absolutely, Dustin. After I saw the first part of the tell-all, I saw the beginning of the 90 day before the 90 days, and um, I'm a little bit scared because when I see black people on 90 Day Fiance, I just get really scared because I always want to root for them, and when they act like they shouldn't be acting, that's when I really get disappointed. But
Yes.
I am at the same time I'm really excited to see this new season of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days.
Yes.
You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is Jojo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $ Jonathan Lee 07. That's $ JONATHANLEE 07. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this review of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, Season 9, Part 1 of the Tell All. Be sure to join me on Thursday night at 8 p.m. For my
Mm-hmm.
Hot Topics and Social Commentary show. Myself, Jennifer, and sometimes Bianca will join us as well. We have a great time talking about the latest happenings and goings on in the world. Thankfully, the Supreme Court has not overturned gay marriage. I'm so happy about that because I was really worried that they were going to overturn that. But we'll talk about that on Thursday night. And also be sure to join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces for our review for part 2 of the Tell All. You guys have a
Yes.
wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining us for this review. See you guys on the next video. Peace out. Stay safe out there, y'all. Love you
It
guys for
says,
watching.
and everybody stay warm. It's getting chilly out there.
Yes, it sure is getting chilly out there. Bye, you guys.